Hey everybody, what's up? All right, so we're gonna try something a little different. Pine and Ginger suggested that I take it off of Wi-Fi and use data and see how this works today. So hopefully we do not get cut off, y'all, because it's a totally different feel going live on YouTube than it is on Instagram. Don't get me wrong, I love my Instagram family, but it's just a different feeling and a different vibe. So I'm hoping that this works. If you don't already, make sure you have your journal or your planner, whatever you're going to do your Monday motivation in for the day, for the week. And we are going to get started, sorta, kinda. All right. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I think I want to do it in both. Hey, Shishi. So I think I want to do it in both. All right, so Monday motivation. And yeah, what does it look like on y'all end? Because what I'm seeing, I don't think it has anything to do with y'all. I just think it has to do everything with what my computer is looking like. So let me know what it looks like on your end. And all right, so again, it's Monday motivation. And so what I decided today, remember I told y'all we're going to work out of this book all month long, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Happy Monday, Winona. So let me know if it looks really crazy. If it does, I may have to try to connect to Wi-Fi. But what I'm looking at is real funky on my end, what I see on the computer screen. So yeah, let me know what y'all see. Nonetheless, I did find what I need for going live. Okay, so it's a little grainy. Let's see. Let me see if I can connect to Wi-Fi. I'll let y'all know in a second. All right, so I connected. Let's see if it clears up. Let me come out. Let me exit out of this and come back in. And if it does not, I will literally close out and come back in. All right, so all right, so what do y'all see on y'all end? On my end, it looks clear. We just gonna have to like pray to the internet gods and tell them to let us get through this live. All right, yep, that's the Wi-Fi. All right, so we're gonna do Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and I guess I don't need to sweat the internet when it doesn't love me. And oh, that was a cute one. Create patience, practice, and periods. Okay, so the name of this book is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. This will be what we will work out of this month. And this book has just so many, it just has a lot of different topics that can probably apply to anything that you are dealing with, you're frustrated with, anything like that. So I thought this would be cool. So I'm going to just flip through. Oh, I really like this one. Okay, so this is what we're going to work with. Redefine a meaningful accomplishment. So I'm going to make that the title of our Motivational Monday. And matter of fact, I'll do the page in here and then I'll recreate my page in my journal. All right, so we're going to start right here. Anywho, now that we got that under control, how's everybody's Monday so far? How did it go? what worked for you, what did not. What do you need to adjust before the AM? And if you have anything that you need to drop in the comments as far as a motivational quote, remember, you are free to do so. Somebody may benefit. Hey, Pine. I was just talking about you. So I tried to do the go live with just data. That's not going to work. It was too grainy. So we are on Wi-Fi and we are going to hope for the best. But I did find the attachments that I need. But I would have to have like a webcam, which I have one. So I'll have to play around with that once I can get that attachment for the Ethernet cord. So shoot, I'm gonna do a video on that in a minute, y'all, like how to keep your internet connected. Oh, awesome, you got a sketchbook? That's gonna be cool. Sketchbook for your journal. So your creativity, the possibilities are endless in like blank pages. All right, so I'm just adding a little something to make the pages pop a little bit. Let's see if we're gonna put a sticker down here. And hey, everybody popping in. Let's add us something out of one of these little journal books. Let's put this down here. All right, so if you are just popping in. Oh, I like that. Take the blindfolds off. That's a good one. Yeah, so most journals will have lines or dot grids or graphs. So yeah, usually if you want it blank, sketchbook is a really good book to get. And it actually holds up to a lot of different type of pens and pencils and stuff. So that's cool too. All right. So it is a Monday motivation. So we are in the week of, I do this to y'all every week. You would think I would have the calendar all prepared for us. And this, y'all, this one ain't even dated. So what I'm doing with it? Hey, Monique. Ain't going nowhere with that one. Nowhere fast. I believe it's the week of the 4th through the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so it's the week of the 4th through the 10th. And so for me, y'all, I typically would like to see what week be motivated in. So that's why I place the date. Of course, you don't have to. That is not a requirement. It's just something I like to do. All right, so we're going to start shopping our stash, y'all. So if y'all have these books just laying around the house collecting dust, go ahead and start pulling them out so you can get your money's worth. And so let's see if we can find the month of March in here. I'm pretty sure we can, and we have it. Oh, come on, man. All right, so this is March. And we said it's the week of the 4th through the 10th. Okay. You heard that in my voice, didn't you, Diamond and Pearl? Like, look. All right. So March 4th through the 10th. Okay, so what I have is, this is the book, y'all. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And apparently this book is right on time in my life, okay? So it has several different topics. And I really, really like this book, especially when you're like going through different things, or you're actually thinking things are bigger than what they are, like situations are bigger than what they are. You can probably find every single topic in this book to get you where you need to be. So what I did today was I literally just did a flip. And I'm going to write this. It says redefine a meaningful accomplishment. And then all you do is you kind of read this. and then you reflect on it. But hold on, y'all. I just turned to one that I think I really like a little bit more. Hold on, y'all. We might have two of these. So this one says, redefine a meaningful accomplishment. And then this one right here says, if someone throws you the ball, you don't have to catch it. Let's roll with this one. I'm really feeling that one. And so I could break that down in several different ways without even reading this. So I would say, let's just say, y'all know I like to use y'all work days, because this is typically where Mondays get fuzzy for people. And so it says, if someone throws you the ball, you don't have to catch it, right? So let's just say you go into work and you arrived and you was just happy, you was excited, and you got there and there was just this energy there that you didn't like. Well, allow that energy to be the ball that you didn't have to catch, okay? So just because somebody is giving off a negative vibe or a negative energy, it's up to you to either entertain it or not. So I like this one a lot. Now, if you want to take it into another level, let's just say you say, well, I love my job. That's not my issue. It could be some stuff going on at home that you can either entertain it or not. You may need to entertain it, but it might not be the time to entertain it right then and there. And, you know, sometimes, ladies, we have a tendency to respond before thinking. So if a certain ball is thrown at you and you're not in the position to catch it, or you don't need to catch it, just let it go out of bounds. That's if you play basketball. What's baseball? I should remember that, but I can't remember. My baby ain't played in a minute. Yes, diamond duck. Move out the way. Whatever you got to do, don't catch it. Because a lot of times when you catch that ball, you had an option to miss it. But sometimes you feel obligated to catch the ball because you feel like you have to do it for the team, or you have to take one for the team. Every situation in your life is not team related. And y'all know how we often talk about the word no. This is pretty much the same thing. If it ain't your ball to catch, let your teammate catch the ball. Sometimes y'all step in the way of other people's blessings, other people's situation, and then when things don't go right, you get upset. But that wasn't your play. So you have to learn your position. So this is what we're going to focus on this week. If someone throws you the ball, you don't have to catch it. So I'm going to literally write that. Hey, Jam, what's going on, girl? All right, so I want a really good black pen, and it's not in front of me. Oh, I want a marker pen. Let me not say a good black pen. Most of the pens are pretty dope. All right, so if you are just joining in, guys, thank you for stopping by. It's Monday Motivation. If you didn't have a good day, well, you'll leave having a better one once you leave here. On this channel, we focus on ways that we can get through the week and refocus when sometimes things do not go the way that we think they should. So we will be using this book all in the month of March. I will have the link once this video posts back, like once I upload it after the live. I'll have the link in there. The book is like $7, y'all. I think $8 maybe with tax. If you got Amazon Prime, they don't charge for that. And it's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. So what we are going to do is, if you choose to, now you can find whatever quote works for you. You know, we do a quote per week. Well, I flipped through the page. There was one that I saw initially. So if you watch the replay, you'll see that one. But this one actually stuck out more. It said, if someone throws you the ball, you don't have to catch it. So that is what we're going to focus on this week. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in here. And y'all know I can't talk and write at the same time. So give me 1 second. All right, so we have that written down, and that's going to be the focal point for me this week. If you see that it fits what you have going on, then you can write that in your journal or your planner. I'm specifically doing this in my planner, my journal today. Like, I've been grooving with the journal, so I don't want to mess my little groove up with that. So here's a couple of things you could do with this. You could write this, and then you can go in, and you know what I like to do each week. I like to put my word of the year, or my phrase of the year. So let me go ahead and put that, which is remain intentional. All right. And then what you can do with this, you can either turn this into a journal entry for the week. You can write some things that you want to steer clear of, if that helps for you, or if you need to do like some bullet points, you can add that. Or you could just do some other stuff, like what are some of your goals for this week. So for example, you say, okay, if someone throws you the ball, you don't have to catch it. But if you have the ball in your hand, what are you holding in your hand that you need to get rid of? You can turn this so many different ways. Interpretation is everything. That is typically how I push journal prompts. So that is how you can use that. Hey, grown woman plans. All right, so we have that. Now, another thing you could do, you could go in and you could draw some stuff if you wanted to and make it cute. Y'all know how you like to make your pages pop. What we just started out with on here is literally, y'all know I gotta say this word slow, some Tombow dual tip pens, which are acid free. I'll actually link this in the description too when I upload the video. We did a couple of highlighters and some stickers from the journaling book. So if you have the journaling book, this is how you can kind of incorporate some of these things. If you wanted to go in, you could go in and color this stuff, whatever the case may be. Does anybody else have any motivational quotes of this for this week? If you do, go ahead and drop it in the comment section, because every week y'all really do give some good things, and I do have a tendency to scroll back on a video and write some of that stuff down. And as I said before, other people are on here. Everybody is not gonna type, but a lot of people do digest the information that we give. So if you have something that is helpful, I would ask that you post it. You never know. All right, so I also want to put, let me put some goals that I want to do this week. Let me find another color. All right, y'all, so I am on the struggle bus with this goal of getting up early. I really want to get up at 5 a.m. And when I say get up, I mean get up and be productive, not get up and just lay in the bed and scroll on social media, okay? So I want to set some goals. And I'm going to put simple goals. Simple goals to reach this week. Now, granted, I use that cute word simple. I really say it's simple, but getting up at 5 o'clock is not simple for me. I mean, I have the alarm set, y'all, and I'm real diligent every night. I'm like, yes, I don't even say, I can't even say the word. I say, hey, G, y'all know, like, if you have a Droid phone, you'll say hello to that person. And I say, set the alarm for 5 o'clock. But here's where I tend to mess up. I then say, set it for 5:30. Set it for 6. At that point, y'all, I have already tanked it in the trash that I have no intentions of really getting up at 5. It just sounded good and it looked good on the screen. But I do know when I wake up that early, I can get so much done before I even have to get my son out of the door. And I'm really productive when I do it. But y'all, the struggle, like, I know that G probably want to be like, girl, don't even try today. I'm waiting for it to talk back to me and be like, you don't mean it. Y'all know they're getting that technology. So yeah, one goal is to wake up. I believe, oh, I do have All right, so let's see. Let me find me a little watch, y'all. Let me shop this stash. Even though this is really supposed to be a fitness watch, we gonna say it's time to get up. All right. So let's just say one day this week. See, I'm not even gonna play myself and say 2 and 3 days. See, that's when you play yourself, when you know you're not there. We're gonna crawl. Nah, we ain't even gonna crawl. We're gonna scoot. We're gonna scoot a little bit. We'll crawl next week. So wake up at 5 a.m. at least. Hey, Colette. Once this week. All right, so y'all see how that is one small goal. I'm not telling myself to get up at 5 every day this week. I'm just not gonna, because it's just not gonna happen. But I can force one day. Now, if I wake up more than twice, so be it. I'll be super excited. All right, so what I did last week, I showed y'all. Hold on, y'all know how this goes. Let me come off screen for a second. Wait a minute. Where is it? Hold on. Here I come. I'm gonna show y'all the habit tracker that we did last week. All right, so last week this was our motivational sheet. Motivational page. And I did the habit, not the habit tracker, the mood tracker. And I think I really like it, y'all. I needed to go and I didn't have a, hold on, let me block that. I didn't have a, hey Crafty Mind, I didn't have a red marker upstairs. So that's why that wasn't filled in. So let me fill that in. So I do think I want to carry that over into next week. It was really cool to track. And so if you see, I had 3 things that I wanted to track. Now, again, you can track whatever you think that you may have consistently and you put it in. So if you have 5 or 6 different moves that shift throughout your week or your day, you can put that down and color code it in. So I have people ask on several occasions in the past, like when I do mood trackers, how do you track your mood if your mood is not the same? You can do it a couple of ways. You can kind of do it like I did, where you break it down if you had several different moods that you wanted to track, or you can kind of treat it like add and divide. Whatever you had the most of, that would be the one you color in. So I want to create a mood tracker over here. Now, I don't know how I want this mood tracker to be this week because I don't like everything to always be the same. So let's see if we have any stickers that we can use for a mood tracker. And because I'm on the quest to finish a whole book at some point. Okay, I think I saw one that I want to do. I do. All right, so I'm going to do this one a little bit different. Now, again, y'all can kind of do like I did before if you want to try to stick with that and try that if it worked for you last week. What I want to do with this one is I'm going to use the circles as angry to happy. Like, you know, not so good, great day. So this is how I will track my mood this upcoming week. So I'll put 7 of these down. Now I don't know in what order. I didn't really put no thought into this. I just started sticking stuff down. And that's what you will learn about creative journaling. Perfection is not the goal. The goal is to get you to liven up your pages, but still be authentic in what you're writing and putting down. Got that right. If you can pursue them, they can come true. Definitely. Okay, so this is 4. We have 7 days out of the week. All right, so how is everybody doing in reference to their weekly recaps? Have you seen an improvement in your weeks? Do you see areas that you need to work on? Or have you tried it at all? And so if you are new checking in and you're wondering what a weekly recap is, the weekly recap basically, we cover 3 areas. We cover what did not work for the week, what needs adjusting, and what worked. And so we kind of treat it like a traffic light. Of course, red means stop. It didn't work. I need to cut that out of my life, cut it out of this month, or whatever the case may be. And we cover all areas of your life. You're going to do self-care, finances, if you choose to, home life, work life, and you're kind of just doing an assessment. So by the end of the year, you should be able to see where you have grown. A lot of times people will get to the end of the year and they'll feel like, I didn't do anything, I didn't accomplish anything, and you've done way more than you think you have. You just didn't have a record in front of you. However, if you are a planner, you actually have a record in front of you. If you're really using your planner as it's intended to be used, you can really see how much you've grown. All right, so I'm just going to go in and highlight these, and then I'll write the days of the week in there. Hey, Shari. Hey, Divas. All right, so again, these colors, no rhyme or reason. I'm just highlighting it because I need a little bit of pop of color on here. Now, Monique, that's a good one. Your mind, yeah, for sure. For sure. Your thoughts can alter your whole day, honestly. All right, so again, we're just going in and highlighting. And we'll put this. So this, again, this is going to be the mood tracker. Now, if y'all have dolls or different little things, you can put them in here too. I have dolls. I have them all over, y'all, but sometimes I hoard dolls. I just got to be honest with you. I'll be like, oh, I'm not ready to use it just yet. So that's why y'all don't see me post a lot of dolls down. All right, so we're going to go in and write the days. I don't know why they got this little box and I got to squeeze this long day in there. And what you can also do with this is those happy faces, straight faces, frowny faces, you can put them in there. Like not inside of there, but you can put it on the side and that can indicate how that day went for you too. So you can, again, you could do so many things. You could use this with a color coding system, or like I said before, you could just go from the left to the right. If you get to the far right, then you know you had quote unquote a better day. If you're further back, then you know your day might have been not so good. And after you look at that, you can then create your journal entry even from your mood tracker, right? So let's just say you said, today was meh. For me, meh would probably stop at 3. It was just like, oh, whatever. Or you was just kind of blah, in a blah mood. I would then go do a journal entry. I would probably doodle like a straight face or find a sticker with a straight face. And then I would probably journal a couple of different ways. I would use layers of cardstock. I kind of like doing journal art when I don't want to write about everything so bad. But I might depict it through stickers and art, if that's what I choose to do. So again, this will be the mood tracker. So I'm going to go in and write my mood. And then y'all know I'll go around it and outline. And so we pretty much have our Monday motivation page ready to go. for this week. Now, if you're one of those people like, Adrian, ain't nobody about to sit and draw all of this, and I'm not about to pull all this out, what can I do? You can do stickers, or you can just write. Like, you don't have to do all of this. This is just a new way to introduce people back into using a journal without it seeming so mundane, or like, oh my God, I gotta open this book and I don't really like what's going on. That just gives you this kind of feel. All right, so my mood, and then we have the days. And I really don't think I want to add too much more on here, because at that point I feel like it's just going to get really junky. So that would be this page. Now, let me pull this off the screen. Hold on, y'all. And I actually have to go backtrack and do my... I have to backtrack and do my weekly layout. So what I did, y'all... Okay, that's what I can't turn to. I'm like, is something on here I can't turn to? And it's right there. And at this point, if y'all saw it over. All right. So, hey, D. I'm glad you're able to catch it. All right. So this was the start of March. And I'm just going to show you some things that I've added in here that I'm going to go in and start adding to. So y'all know I've been telling y'all about doodling. Hey, Ellie. I've been talking about doodling, just kind of having fun in your journal. So those days that you just really don't feel like writing, go on Instagram, Google, find something like how to draw a leaf, how to draw a flower, something like that. You can draw it. You can put a word around it. Boom, close your journal. You have done a journal entry for the day. Then I decided I'm going to do a gratitude section. This does not mean that I'm going to write gratitude in here every single day, but if there's just like a wow moment, or like I've said in past lives, sometimes when I get denied in areas, I also like to show gratitude in that regards, because sometimes when you're given a no, it's actually a yes. So, and I know that doesn't make sense right now, but it will when you go through something where you thought you wanted something so bad, and then later down the line, you get something better. So I even like to show gratitude in those moments too. Then we have self-care. So over here is where I'll add in, what do I want to do on here? Hey, Kimberly. So like this month, you know, we have in the front of this journal a page that's just different things that we want to do self-care. Well, what we want to do within our month is make sure that we're doing something for ourselves. So even if you put 1, 2, 3 things on here for your self-care for this month, you can create a self-care page, and you make sure that you're intentional about doing something for yourself. Now, what that means is when you pull out your planner, we plan for everything else, and sometimes we don't plan for ourselves. So make sure that you're planning at least 1 to 3 things for you, and at least one of those 3 things needs to be free. So what that means is stickers, pens, journals, TN covers, candles, your nails, your pedicure, your hair. That can be one of your self-care items. However, you need one thing. If that means reading a book, for some of you, it may be writing, journaling. That may be a self-care thing that's not on your norm to do. Decluttering, even though that's cleaning, decluttering may declutter your mind. That's something that I definitely need to do. But you want to make sure you have one thing that does not cost. And in addition to that, self-care is not inclusion of your family. I know you want to, have little Pookie and Ray Ray and them with you, and you want to go have family time. That's family time. That's not self-care. There is a difference. And a lot of times we get so intertwined with our families that we don't know how to take moments for ourselves. And I even have to tell myself taking a nap is not self-care. Again, if you follow me for a while, y'all know I am the nap queen. Even when I do my pre-recorded videos, I schedule naps when I have a time-driven schedule. Taking a nap is not self-care. Resting, perhaps, can be self-care. But a lot of times when we're sleeping, you're still not in action. Like, I want you to do something for yourself. Oh, The Purpose Driven Life. My mom mentioned that book. I think she made me read that some point in life, but you know when you're younger and your parents make you read stuff, you don't always remember everything. But that's a good one. Yes, self-care is needed. So again, self-care this month, 3 things. 3 things. 1 to 3 things, because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. If you like, what do you mean? I don't know what else to do for myself. 1 to 3 things. If you choose 1 thing, then that means you're doing something that does not cost. If you're choosing 2, that means you can do 1 thing that costs something, 1 thing that does not. All right, so I just put a little sticker that said note to self. And then I'm going to put make it happen. So since we're talking about self-care, what are some self-care things you all do for yourselves? Maybe you can encourage somebody or give an idea that even I might not even think of. I haven't looked into a self-care map. I'll look at it. Let me research it. So I don't want to answer that until I research it. So let me look at it. I'll check it out, and then we can talk about that next Monday. Because knowing me, if it's something that I like, yeah, this is what I do when I had these little empty stickers. Oh, you said a nap. And I'm only going to speak for me in reference to the nap, because technically when you're asleep, you're not going to remember much, right? So granted, yeah, you can rest. I overwork myself anyway in a whole lot of areas. Like I just keep going, keep going, keep going. I just think you need to be present when you're doing self-care. So yeah, nap, you're resting, you're relaxing for a little bit, but you're not present in the moment of doing something for yourself. Like, yeah, I can write a journal entry about napping, but all I'm gonna be able to say is I might have turned on the diffuser, I went to sleep, and Lord, it was 5 hours later. So technically I went to bed. So you see what I mean? Like you're not really present in the moment right then and there. Okay, so note, send a note. Why did I put send a note, y'all? I thought that said note to self. Just wrong. Hold on. Wait a minute. And I was so confident when I put that down, and that can't come back up. Yeah, that sure can't come back up. So I'm gonna make this work. And I'm just gonna give myself an assignment. All right, so I just created me an assignment since I messed that up because that wasn't gonna work for me. The other week I was telling y'all one of the things I wanted to work on was joy, bringing joy back in my life. So I'm gonna have to write a letter to myself about joy. There's gonna have to be a joyful moment somewhere in this month of March, okay? So that's how we just corrected that real quick, because I sure messed that up. Why does this thing keep popping up? Oh, that's your word for the year? Yeah, I'm just trying to find how that feels again consistently. Let me say that, consistently. Okay, so again, this says make it happen. All right, so write a letter to myself about joy. And then if you needed a little more enhancement on that, like, okay, Adrian, you telling me to write a letter to myself. What am I supposed to say to myself? One of your questions could be, did I experience joy this month? If yes, when? And be very descriptive. And the reason I say be very descriptive is because if this was a not so joyful moment, you're going to have about 4 pages. It's going to be detailed. You're going to tell me what color your sock was, how mad you were, how you saw red before you, and who was there, who did it. You're going to eliminate what role you played in it. But then you're going to just, talk about everything and everybody around it. So if we can do that with the not so good, we should be able to do even more when there's a joyful and a good moment. So that's another journal tip. Anytime you're writing about a happy moment, be intentional about being very descriptive. What did you have on? Where were you? What was the weather like? How did it make you feel on the inside? Did you smile on the outside? Stuff like that. And what will happen by the end of the year when you go back and reflect on your journal, even though there will be some not so good moments in the journal, when you're passing that page and you get to a happy page, you will see that life is not always negative. And so that's a huge area where people miss the mark when using a journal. All right, so those are the questions that I'll ask to myself. Did I experience joy this month? If yes, when? And be very descriptive. So this right here can be one of my self-care activities. And then we know I need another one. And then I need another one down here. I pretty much want to do 3. Now, for me, this could be my self-care activity that doesn't cost a thing, because clearly I have every thing that you can think of known to man. I have cards. I can make my own card. You know what I mean? I can be really creative with it. And what I will do with my card, I'll put it on the inside of my journal. So that will be inside of the journal for sure. So that's something you could do. So again, when you're doing your self-care page, 1 to 3 things. One thing has to be free of charge. So if you're going to read a book, again, whatever you do. And again, for me, I typically will not put journal or read a book because that's just something I do anyway. Like, I'm a part of a book club. So yeah, it's relaxing for me, but it's not self-care for me because I'm going to actually go to a book club meeting and talk about it. All right. And so this is my word of the year. Oh, and that should say remain, y'all. Y'all know I'm not supposed to put be because it's already in action. So we're going to X this out. And we're going to put remain. All right. So I have to be very mindful for myself instead of saying be, because if I'm going to be intentional, that means I haven't started. If I'm intentional, I want to remain being intentional. So that's why I just literally crossed that out right there. So I'm going to remain. And so on this page, I'll list like some things that I'll be intentional about for the year. Now, this is a page that I probably will not show for sure. Hey, Patricia. This is a page that I'm 9 times out of 10 not going to show y'all because I have certain things that I know that I want to be intentional about in all areas of my life. So I'm just showing you how you can create a page. So whatever your word of the year is, if it's go, somebody might have the word go. You put that word in your page. Where are you going? Whatever that may be. Somebody said their word is joy. You can put joy really big. You can probably put little bubbles of different ways that you experience joy within the month. So like if you have a word of the year, you can type it in and I can kind of give you an idea of how you can do your page. And again, it does not have to be a Dear Diary type thing. It could be list making. You could doodle. You have so many different options. And then this, I just need to do the recap from this weekend. My son's first track meet. I need to write about that. Then we watched a movie. I can't think of the movie right now. Still got to finish the last part of it. So I'll go in and I'll probably draw a thing of popcorn. Actually, I have a popcorn stamp. I'll go in and do that. So just a little different stuff. And then this takes us over to here. So y'all see how literally the journal is building. You got pages, your journal is building. So if you started, this is where I am already in my journal. This is how much is left right here. So this journal will be complete at the end of March for sure. And then I'll go into another dot grid. I like dot grid journals for my personal journal. Okay, so your word is renewal, Jacqueline. So I will put my word across the top, and then whatever areas you are renewing, I would write those areas, and then I would actually write down what you're doing to renew those areas, and I would also make sure that they're areas that need to be renewed. Some areas don't always need to be renewed. They might need to be trashed, and new areas need to be discovered. So I would definitely put what those areas are, and then those tasks that you're going to do to continue renewing within the month of March. So that's what I would do with that word. All right, y'all. So let's see what else we have in here. Okay, so you have the word breathe. So again, always going to write the word so you can see it in front of you. If you need to put, I need to breathe. I'm choosing to breathe. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're putting it into action. And I honestly, with that word, I would probably write a journal entry if you have not done so. I would write a journal entry, why have I been holding my breath so long? And then within that journal entry, I would kind of discover everything that has made me just stop breathing for the moment. And then after you discover what that is, then I would create that breathe page. And then I would write the things that I want to do so that I can breathe again. If you need to let go of some things in your life, if you need to inhale and exhale more, like I would write those different things. So I would figure out what's causing me from not just relaxing and breathing, and focus on that, and then you can kind of see what you need to do to move forward with that. But initially, I don't care what your word is, y'all, you kind of got to figure out why you weren't doing it initially, right? So why was I not being intentional before? Just for me, I was being lazy. I wasn't doing what I needed to do. I was finding excuses for things. I was seeing the negative instead of the positive. So I had to decide I need to be intentional about seeing the good, and intentional about disregarding the bad, and or working through those bad moments. All right, y'all. So we here, y'all know how we started this, and we still didn't finish our 19 things. So what was that? 12. Let's go to 13 so I can check this off. Hold on one second. Let me find a sticker. Thank you, Patricia. Tyler. I saw my child down here early. I don't know if he went back upstairs. Okay, so I'm looking for, I got this little car that I'm gonna put down. Hey Tia, how are you? Yeah, I'm looking for this sticker. It's a car. So one of my things to do was to get a car. Hold on, yeah. I'm gonna put 10 this up. Okay. So we're gonna go to number 13. And one of my things was to finance a car. And I was able to do that actually on Valentine's Day. So I can check one thing up off of this list, y'all, because we ain't checked. I don't know, y'all might have checked some stuff off y'all list, but I ain't been checking stuff. Oh, you making bow clips? I wish I was like crafty in like that area. Like I'm crafty, but I ain't crafty in all areas. So Tia, is your word joyful and peace? All right, so I can check that off. Now, I can't check this off. I'm close. I'm just waiting for these jokers to get back and say, girl, you can start adding some ads on your videos. But I did get my hours, but I ain't got there. And then right here, I put lose 15 pounds because that's when we first started this year. But I gained a little 5 extra, so that now needs to be 20. So let's put this to 20, y'all, because we got to lose 20, honey. That fluff got to go. Oh, okay. So crafting gives you peace. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So I still have not been to this tea shop, y'all. I will make it to a new coffee shop. So I'm actually, if you're in the Atlanta area, I am hosting a journal session. It's called Jeans, Journals, and Jive. It's going to be at a coffee shop. The tickets are on sale. I'll put the link over here, but the links are actually on my Instagram page. It's on March 24th. So if you're interested in meeting me and learning how to journal in person and getting more help with your journal experience, that's what will be happening on the 24th, which is the Sunday. It's a less kids allowed event. So I'm excited about that. I do journal meetups every year. I've been doing it since 2015 or 2016. I can't ever get the years right. Okay, so my word is cultivate. I don't know anyone in my city, so I get caught up in the day to day of my friends and kind of neglect my friends. Okay. So, and I'm only going to focus on the friend part because that's what you gave me to work with. So do you want to recultivate your friendships? And if that's the case, I would use cultivate, and then I would put friendships. And then I would probably come up with 3 things that I could do within this month to cultivate those friendships. Now, with that being said, also examine what role I play as a friend. And that's funny you said friendship because that's going to be the journal prompts for the month of April about friendship. I would see what role I play as a friend. Now, as a friend, are you the friend that drains? Are you the friend that just pulls back all the time? Like, what do you offer into the friendship? And if you don't like what you offer, what are you willing to do to shift that? So, for example, I'm the friend that will try to solve all your problems, but I'm also the friend that will not let you in. I won't let you get that close to me. Now, I can sit and help y'all. If you notice, I can give y'all everything to do right now, but I'm not going to let everybody get that close to me. But I have friends that know that and they're not here for it. So it's like, oh, that's cute. You got an issue, whatever. Pick up the phone. Oh, I gave you 2 days. So what is your role in friendship? So D, for me, I'm sticking with my word for the year, but you don't have to have 1 year. I do have different words for different categories, but intentional covers every word that I have. So like if you have different areas, like, so let's just say finances, you might use the word budget. Self-care, you might use the word joy. You can have more than 1 word. You just want to make sure that you're conscious about putting those words into action. You're welcome. Yeah, I love the friend. I actually be doing a whole month worth of that. It's not a very easy journal prompt month, but it makes you dig deep, like in all areas. Yeah, discipline, you can do so much with that word. So yeah, like I said, if you have a word, just make sure that you're intentional and you're not doing it because it's what's in. A lot of times in the communities, you see it, you run to the hype, but you don't know why you're doing it. I'm one of those, don't go alone to get along. Oh, no. I do about 2 to 4. It just depends on how the year goes. Yeah, so I do more than one. Um, My goal eventually is to travel and do them, just not yet though. Just not yet. I say that, I don't know. I can't speak stuff into existence. If the Lord opens that door, I'll do it. But right now, I host them in Atlanta and the surrounding areas in Atlanta. So yeah, again, if you have your word, make sure you're putting it into action. And let's see. Yeah, y'all. Now with number 1, I don't really think that I can check it completely off. Oh, you're in Jacksonville. I got family in Florida, but they're in Tallahassee, St. Port Joe. I'm missing one. Is it Tampa? I think it's Tampa. It's the other one. I don't think I have no family in Jacksonville. Yeah, but Jacksonville is right around the corner. So yeah, y'all, if you want to, this is another thing you can add in your journal. 19 things you'll do in 2019. Now with the 19 things, be realistic. Stuff that you can really do. And then make sure that it's some fun stuff on there too. So if there's some serious things, I'm like, yeah, I need to do this. But then also there are other things I want to do. Is it still buffering? Oh, it like us. I guess that meant we weren't supposed to go. It be trying me, y'all. Like, it don't be trying me. I be trying myself. Like, I already know what the deal is. But I was going to wrap up anyway. So, yeah, get your 19 by 19 list done. Your self-care list. And yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. I love seeing the journal fill up. So you see how the edges get a little rough, and I'll show you some other things that we can do. But we pretty much almost hit the hour mark. So we only got 3 minutes left. If you have any questions about your word before we hop off, you can go ahead and drop it. And thank y'all so much for joining. I hope I had some new people on here. You learned something new. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow the page, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. So every time I post, you are in the know. My channel is a hybrid channel. I do videos on planners as well as journals. And you will now start seeing videos that include fitness and just my plans in motion. So you'll kind of see living life. I feel like with the channel like this, if we're going to talk about living and doing things, I can actually show y'all that I do. So no, scribbles that matter is not the only one. The charm is one. If you're looking to try a dot grid journal, Michael's has some. I believe they're $5. I would say start there first because these do run you about 20 bucks. So I would definitely say start there. And then if you decide that this is something that you like, then I would say, okay, now you want to probably spend and invest into your journals. But I will use lines. I will write on a napkin. Ellie, I still haven't tried theirs. That's that one, and is it Archer and Olive? Those two I still need to try. They're on my list to try. So I may pick one up in April when I can go shopping again for leisure. So yeah, I'll probably pick one of the two up and try those out. But I do have a Lacharm that I have not opened. Well, that's not written in yet. So I'll probably do that for second. I'll do that for second quarter, I believe. So yeah, y'all, that's that. I have to get back to work. If you ordered anything last week, your stuff has been sent, so you will get it this week. All orders have been shipped. Nothing new will be put in the store until the 15th. So that's a heads up on that. Yeah, I saw that they started selling that because I was like, everybody talks about how good the paper is, so I just need to see how it feels, and I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, I saw, and they've gotten a lot of lettering. Okay, so Diana, yeah, so even with the dot grid journal, the paper is still going to be thin, so you're going to see a little ghosting. And there's so ghosting means you're going to see a little bit through the page. I don't know what kind of journal you use. So you may want to try Scribbles That Matter if you think it's something that you're going to be consistent with, or you can go with a mixed media journal. That will work as well. But yeah, so we can talk on another live about the different supplies that you may want to try, and we can do that. All right, y'all. I enjoyed y'all. Make sure to share the video if somebody can benefit from it. And I will see y'all next Monday or radically on another day if I decide to hop on live. Have an amazing evening.